Imagine catching a fish today and realizing it might already have been alive when Shakespeare was still writing plays. Not a species, not a bloodline, the same individual animal. There are fish in the ocean right now that may be 200, 300, even 400 years old. Still swimming, still hunting, still not looking ancient. So how does a vertebrate just not wear out? And more importantly, what is the catch? The star of this story is the Greenland shark, a cold-water predator drifting through the Arctic and North Atlantic. It can grow longer than a car, survive in near-freezing darkness, and live longer than any known vertebrate on Earth. That matters because aging is not just wrinkles. Cells break down, DNA accumulates errors, systems slowly fail. Humans spend billions trying to slow that process. But the Greenland shark seems to play by different rules. And for a long time, scientists barely understood it at all. These sharks live deep, move slowly, and rarely appear where humans can study them easily. So stories about their incredible age sounded more like fisherman mythology than biology. Until researchers discovered something strange, a built-in clock hidden inside the shark's eyes. Most animals leave evidence of aging everywhere. Teeth wear down, bones change, growth rings form. Easy. Greenland sharks did not cooperate. They do not have hard ear bones like many fish. Their skeletons are mostly cartilage, and cartilage does not keep neat annual records. Then there is the cold. Everything inside these sharks runs slowly. Growth, metabolism, reproduction, everything. That means size tells you almost nothing about age. So for years, scientists were stuck. Locals claimed these sharks were ancient, but nobody could prove it. You cannot exactly follow a shark for 300 years with a clipboard. Then, researchers noticed something unusual. The eyes. Not the parasites attached to them, that is a separate nightmare. The answer was deeper inside. At the center of the eye lens, proteins form before birth and then stay there permanently. They are never replaced. Meaning, if you date the lens, you date the shark. But there was one problem. How do you measure the age of a protein that might be centuries old? That is where nuclear bombs enter the story. In the 1950s and 60s, humans detonated hundreds of nuclear weapons in the atmosphere. Catastrophic in many ways, but scientifically, a giant spike in carbon-14 levels across the planet. Carbon-14 is absorbed by living things, plants, animals, even ocean ecosystems. And after the bomb tests, the planet's carbon signature changed sharply. Scientists call this the bomb pulse, a global timestamp, meaning tissue formed before the mid-1960s looks chemically different from tissue formed after. So researchers tested Greenland shark eye lenses. Younger sharks showed the bomb pulse. Older sharks did not, meaning their lens centers formed before nuclear testing even began. Then came the calculations, comparing those readings against ocean carbon patterns. The result shocked everyone. One massive female shark was estimated to be around 392 years old. Not decades, centuries. But the most unsettling detail was not the lifespan. These sharks may not reproduce until around 150 years old. Think about that. A Greenland shark's teenage years might last longer than the entire lifespan of almost every animal you know. So how does something stay alive that long? Not magic. Physics and biology working together. First, the cold. Near freezing water slows chemistry itself. Metabolism drops. Cells divide less often. Damage accumulates more slowly. Fewer cell divisions can mean fewer copying errors, fewer opportunities for the body to break down. Second, lifestyle. Greenland sharks are incredibly slow-moving. They cruise at roughly 1 kilometer per hour. Their lives look less like a predator sprinting after prey and more like a drifting submarine. Low speed means low energy demand, low stress, low wear. Then there is stability. The deep Arctic Ocean barely changes compared to surface environments. No dramatic temperature swings, no bright sunlight cycles, less environmental chaos. That means less strain on the body over time. But even that does not fully explain 400 years. So scientists started looking deeper. DNA repair, protein stability, cell maintenance. Early research suggests Greenland sharks may have unusually strong repair systems, ways to keep cells functioning across extreme spans of time. And there is one more clue, a chemical called TMAO. It helps proteins maintain their shape under cold and pressure, meaning the shark's entire chemistry seems optimized for preservation. Not forever, just long enough to make human history feel short. So the Greenland shark has not stopped aging. Its life simply runs at a different speed. Cold water slows the biological clock. A low-energy lifestyle reduces damage, and its body appears unusually good at maintenance, repairing cells, protecting proteins, resisting breakdown. But the real lesson is bigger than one shark. Extreme longevity may not require superpowers. It may come from something simpler. Lower the damage, increase the repair, repeat for centuries. And yet there is still something haunting about this animal. If Greenland sharks need 150 years just to reproduce, what happens when the world changes faster than they can adapt? A creature built for centuries can still become fragile in a world transforming within decades. The Greenland shark is not just an old animal, it is a living timeline, proof that aging is not one fixed universal rule. And somewhere beneath the dark North Atlantic, a shark born before modern science may still be gliding silently through the cold, outlasting us all. Thanks for watching.